Hey YouTube, what is going on? It's your boy Hisuian Gengar coming at you with another shiny legendary in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Here we have a special one. This is Shiny Suicune. Fun fact, Suicune is my favorite legendary Pokemon, and its shiny is absolutely gorgeous with that blue mane. I actually caught a shiny Suicune in my Pokemon Heart Gold. I'm doing a dog quest right now. I am trying to get all three of the shiny dogs in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond in Ramana's Park, and this came after 7,088 soft resets. I began this hunt like a year and a half ago, took breaks from it, then came back to it. So the quick plan here was for Honchkrow to do 2, maybe 3 Nightshades on Suicune to start off to lower its health. And then I was going to switch into my Murkrow. Now, it's a gamble switching into Murkrow right here because it's only level 39, but that's the point. It's supposed to be a lower level for its Nightshades. So I switch out Murkrow here. Now Suicune only has 2 damaging moves, Surf and Extrasensory. Extrasensory is Psychic, so it can't touch Murkrow, but unfortunately Surf can. So yeah, I did a lot of test captures. Sometimes Murkrow would die, but unfortunately in the real one, it did. So I decided to forget that. I could maybe switch out and do some revives, but in the end, I just decided to go with Bronzong. Now, if you've seen some of my other legendary battles, you would know that Bronzong is my ultimate wall Pokemon. With leftovers, it knows Hypnosis, it's got good defense, it's bulky for me, and it's just very useful. So here is where I begin the Hypnosis game. Now, to be honest, I started off missing. Well, I missed the first one, but then I hit like 5 in a row, and then you'll see me miss a bunch more later. Hypnosis only has 60% accuracy, so it's not that much of a surprise. And because I was thinking about maybe switching into reviving Murkrow, switching out so I can do a Nightshade. But I decided to do a Heavy Slam since I knew it wasn't going to do that much to Suicune. Since it's a water type, Steel is not that strong against water. It was a critical, which actually helped, but very nerve-wracking to see a critical when battling a shiny legendary. So now it's in the perfect health, asleep, and I have 48 luxury balls. And we'll start off with the first ball that I throw, breaks out after 2. Oh well. And then some of the crazy things that happened, the first 2 times I put it to sleep, it woke up after the first turn twice in a row in the beginning of the battle. I'm like, what? It was kind of annoying. RNG didn't favor me on that side, but then eventually that would stop. And then I throw my second luxury ball, and 1, 2, 3, no! Unfortunately. So now begins the battle of just using Hypnosis and chucking balls. Now, I am being a little greedy probably, trying to catch it in a luxury ball, because its percentage of capture is definitely less than an Ultra Ball or even a Timer Ball in later turns, but I don't know why. I just like catching my legendaries in luxury balls. So, chuck a lot, keeps breaking out, keeps awaking. The other moves it knows besides Surf and Extrasensory are Mirror Coat and Rain Dance, and in total, Suicune has 60 PP. It has a grand total of 60 moves it can use. So that's a lot of moves and pretty favorable for a legendary battle. Some of the ones I'm not sure what the PP is going to be for the Ramana's legendaries after the dogs, like the Weather Trio, Ho-Oh, and Mewtwo, but for now, it's just good to deal with the dogs. After throwing 8 luxury balls, I decided, hey, I have 3 dive balls. I'll throw a couple of them to see what happens. We got 1 shake. Breaks out. So what I was doing, I was saying this is a dog quest. What this is I didn't save in front of Suicune. I saved in front of the pedestal where you put the slate, and it would be a different dog every time, or could be. Could have been Entei, could have been Raikou, could have been Suicune. It was a race to see who would shine first. I did this for Latios and Latios. Latios came first, and then Latias literally came 2 days later. It was crazy. And yeah, the winner of this race was Suicune. Suicune's first, Entei and Raikou would be next, assuming I catch it. So, as you can see, my Hypnosis PP is starting to dwindle down, and since it has extra sensory, it can make me flinch. What's ironic is, though, it actually is a speed tie. Sometimes my Bronzong would be able to go first before the Suicune, which kind of shocked me. And yeah, this Suicune didn't have pressure either, which was in my favor. It had inner focus, so that was definitely helpful. And as you can see, it's just missing a lot of Hypnosises, but then on the very last one, I got it to sleep. Yeah, this was definitely a bit tricky. So afterwards, I didn't think I was gonna have to, pretty much once the PP ran out, I knew I had to restore it. So here I am trying to find my max ether, which is the last one there, so I can revive the Hypnosis, so I can keep using it again. On my test captures, my recent test captures, Suicune was actually easy, Entei was kind of tricky, and then Raikou was very hard. It had only 7 moves left when I finally caught it and used all 48 of my luxury balls. That was a test capture of a regular one. Not gonna lie, Suicune's kind of following in its footsteps. Now, I mentioned before, Suicune's my favorite legendary Pokemon in general, which is true. However, ironically, this was the Pokemon that I wanted the least between the dogs, because I already had a Shiny Suicune in Heart Gold, but I still was gonna go for it anyway, because this is a dog quest that I'm doing. So I was more interested in Entei and Raikou, especially since the only ways you could really get them before these games were roamers. I mean, you could do it in like Gigantamax, all that stuff, but yeah, I don't have that, so then I throw another luxury ball, does the second 3-shake fake, but then breaks out. Wakes up, keeps using extra sensory, but it doesn't do anything on my Bronzong. And as you saw right there, my Hypnosis is already draining back down. I'm also keeping track of PP for this. I don't know why, because I don't need to, because I don't have the Master Ball anymore. I used my Master Ball on Shiny Arceus, unfortunately, because Arceus was struggling, and one more struggle would have killed it, so I had to use it there. So these legendaries here at Romanus are all a gamble that's kind of scary. And a lot of the battle now you didn't see because I was just kind of repetitive stuff, and this is like still doing the same thing. My Hypnosis is still draining down. Bronzong finally avoided an attack. But I swear to you guys, I think he had like a 35% accuracy with Hypnosis. It was bad how many he was missing overall. A lot of that you didn't see because I didn't take the clips of that. So here we are, low health, asleep. 1 luxury ball left. That's right. I had 48, and this is my very last one. This thing was extraordinarily stubborn to the point where I thought I was going to fail it. No Master Ball, no guaranteed way to capture it, no luxury balls left. And at this point, it had like 5 moves left. I had like 55 on there, and I was like kind of starting to accept that I was going to fail it. So now I'm chucking the Ultra Balls, which is probably what I should have done all along, but I tried to do the luxury balls. But the percentages were that if I would catch the legendary Entei, Raikou, or Suicune within 45 luxury balls with the health it was at, and it being asleep, I would have a 95% chance of capturing it within 45 balls. Apparently I hit that 5% mark, and now it's at 57 PP, and finally on the second timer ball I threw, I caught it. Oh my goodness, I could not believe it. This was insane. The timer ball with like 60 plus turns had like an 18% chance of capture, so thank goodness for that. But anyway, here's a Shiny Dex. Number 245, Suicune, the Aurora Pokemon. It races around the world to purify fouled water. It dashes away with the north wind. I thought the Arceus battle was stressful to the point where when it was struggling, but at least I had the Master Ball. The fact that I had no Master Ball here was just intense. So now that we caught Shiny Suicune, we get Suicune up into this room. Now this Suicune is a calm nature, which is actually a very good nature for it. It is minus physical attack plus special defense. If you have a Suicune, any nature that is minus physical attack and plus anything else, it's a good nature. Now I mentioned before that I had it at 57. I was wrong. It had 59. It had one move left. One. If it broke out of that ball that I threw that I caught it in, and it woke up, it would have used the last Mirror Coat, and then if I tried to put it to sleep, most likely Bronzong wouldn't have been faster than it, and then it would have struggled and died. I have never failed a shiny outside of the Safari Zone. I have never failed a shiny outside the Safari Zone, and in my mindset was, I failed this. And I'm still just in absolute shock with this battle. So with the battle behind us now, we get our Suicune statue from the guy, and now we walk around with it. I nicknamed it Aurora. Maybe a little generic, but I don't care. It's a beautiful name for it. And this is a good one, because, like, obviously if you have, like, one of those massive legendaries, it, like, shrinks in the outside world, but for, like, Suicune, this is, like, kind of like its size, maybe a little smaller, and it just looks beautiful the way it runs around and everything. It is without a doubt my favorite dog. So now for some quick encounters. Here we have a normal Shinx. And here's an out of the ball Shiny Suicune. So beautiful. Now, I caught it in a timer ball, which the animation of it looked so ugly that I had to put a ball capsule on it. So, in the timer ball with the ball capsule, Shiny Suicune. Here's a quick picture of, like, all the stuff that I put on it. It's colors. It's like some ice ones, but then there's like some blue and white lines. It literally just looks like it's colors. So yeah, guys, that is my Shiny Suicune battle. I still cannot believe everything that happened when it comes to this battle. This was very intense. I think I'm going to be taking a little break from these dogs. Just that I got a good feel from that one. I'm definitely going to go back for Entei and Raikou, and there is still a chance that one of them might be my next shiny, but maybe not at the same time. I was thinking about maybe starting Heatran, so then once I catch that, I can challenge the Elite Four at its strongest, so there's a positive there. I could resume my Mesprit encounters, which is currently over 750, but yeah, that's something I'll decide another day. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you did, and subscribe for more content. Peace out, guys.